it's horrendous. James Woods is actually one of the people. He doesn't even know how his house is. He had to evacuate. He had this tweet saying, to all the wonderful people who've reached out to us, thank you for being so concerned. Just letting you know that we were able to evacuate successfully. I do not know at this moment if our home is still standing. Sadly, houses on our little street are not. And this was taken like from his deck or something. So the fires were approaching. He had to evacuate. And at this point, I don't know how his house is doing.
Yeah, man, that like, where is Governor Greaseball on all this? You know?
Well, he went to like observe the fires and like had his little hands in his pockets and was kind of nodding. But
good for him.
This was entirely preventable and has been forever.
Nice.
And we'll talk about what Trump has said in the past about that, because it remains true. Their environmental whack jobs in California will not let them do forest management. And so this is what we get over and over and over again. It's like they will never learn.
Well, I mean, it's like if I were living in California, I'd be wondering, where is he spending the money? I mean, he's certainly not spending it on homeless. He lost $24 billion. Lost it. Just lost it. It's like, whoop, gone. $24 billion, and he's not spending it on forest management. So what the hell is he spending money on? What is he? I would just be demanding it. This guy needs to go away like Trudeau. You know?
Yeah.
He just he's just like him. It's like, why is he still there? This guy's a colossal failure.
He's probably going to run for president too.
Oh my God.
He can't manage his own freaking state.
I know. When you see this and you live in California, how is he in charge? How can you allow this guy to be in charge? Snap out of
it. You guys, if you are not yet a fan or drinking or subscribing or getting shipments of Native Hydrate to keep yourself hydrated, and you're a person who struggles with drinking as much water as you're supposed to, that's hard for me, because they say it's like, I forget how many ounces per pound that you weigh. It's some extraordinary amount of water that you're supposed to drink in a day. And if you just don't enjoy drinking flavorless, boring water, this is the way to keep hydrated. And the best part about it, the way that it is heads and above beyond any of the other like electrolyte drinks out there, is because it doesn't have the salt content, and it adds all kinds of essential vitamins that other drinks do not. And the best part is, this is peach mango. This is one of their flavors. They also have mixed berry and they have tangerine.
All of them are so good. All of them.
So good. So good. I cannot stress to you enough how yummy they are. And they make it just so easy. So you just take a scoop. You just take a scoop of this, you put it in water, you have got yourself a delicious beverage. And
they have little single packets that are just,
they have single packets.
You guys, they are just awesome. I drink that stuff every day, nonstop. I just love it.
Same. And of course, for our audience, they have a discount. So if you visit nativehydrate.com/chicks, you can save up to 44% and get free shipping when you try it. So check it out, nativehydrate.com/chicks. A friend of the show who we've had on the show in the past, Rick Grinnell, also posted about these California fires. He's thankfully not terribly close, but he said, this is the view from my home in Manhattan Beach. The far left policies of Democrats in California are literally burning us to the ground. Stop voting for people who won't use common sense water management and forest policies. I am pissed off, and you should be too.
It's just ridiculous.
And needless. Unnecessary, pointless. The scariest video that I saw of the fire, I'm terrified of fire. Like I think I've even told the audience, like, I'm freaked out by my own gas stove because I'm new to gas stoves. Totally freaked out by it. I'm terrified of fire. And this video, taken from the inside of a home that is about to be engulfed by flames, I was freaking out when I saw this. And the only reason I'm sharing it is because I did find out after I saw it that whoever was filming the video, they did get out. They did evacuate safely, thank God. But when you see this, this is horrifying, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
It's right there.
It's right there.
And there's dogs. He's got dogs.
That is just... I cannot imagine. Okay? That's your home.
You'll be okay. Hi. You're gonna
God
be
bless.
okay.
The dog's like, Dad, let's get out.
Yeah.
What are you doing? We're smart enough to know that we need to get out of here.
Don't
Oh
worry
my
about that,
gosh.
dude.
That is, it is terrifying. And just
I would be losing my shit. Oh my God.
heartbreaking because back to your what you said is it doesn't need to it's needless. This is needless.
Yeah.
They could prevent this.
Mm-hmm.
New
I
skunk.
don't understand why they keep voting for Democrats,
That's
because
what
this is what you get.
I just don't get it.
Horrifying video. And so again, he did, and the dog's fine. Everybody's fine, but like, look at how close it is on top of that
get out,
house.
dude. Get out of there.
It's not like the
out.
house is providing you with shelter. It's going to be consumed by flames. Like it's not.
Right.
So
It's
what's the
unavoidable
gas?
at that point, right?
Okay, gas
Just
is off right
amazing
now.
footage. And then there was a news report. This will make you even madder. That the fire hydrants didn't have water. They ran out of water again because of mismanagement. Here's a news report about that.
Fuck.
But their hands have been tied, and they can't fight a fire without water and the resources that are needed. Everybody knew these winds were coming. The other question has to be, were all the things in place to try to, again, mitigate the damage here? But the real issue to me is twofold. We've had decades to go remove the brush in these hills that spread so quickly. And the second is, you got to have water. And my understanding is the reservoir was not refilled in time and in a timely manner to keep the hydrants going.
Why?
So that's a failure, whether on DWP's part or another city agency. But this is basic stuff. This isn't high science here. And it's all about leadership and management that we're seeing a failure of. And all of these residents are paying the ultimate price for that.
That was going to be my next question, is why isn't there water in the fire hydrants? That doesn't make any sense.
You're right. That's a good question. And I think you should start asking, why don't you call the mayor who's out of the country and ask her?
Oh my God.
She's in Ghana. Like, she decided to just skip town and like go to freaking Ghana or somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, apparently she is on her way back, but the fact that she
that's
left
nice.
it all,
It
give
is
me a break.
right. It's just all of this is just indescribably horrible,
Mm-hmm.
and it shouldn't be happening. There's no water, like, and if that's your job, and you're supposed to put what? Can you imagine being the person or the people who are responsible for making sure that there's water in the reservoir, and you're like, well, sorry about that. I'm sorry.
I had a doctor's appointment, so like I
just
couldn't make it that day.
Yeah, so we were on holiday. Yeah, what is anybody going to get fired for that?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea of where the priorities typically lie, though, this is California. Let me just introduce you to the LA County Fire Department chief.
Inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I said, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough.
Out of 3,300 city firefighters, only 115 are women right now. She's already looking at ways to change that. She's quick to point out that doing so has a greater purpose, attracting the best and brightest for the job.
They feel included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
That just kind of opens the door of people that thought, wow, I didn't even know that was an opportunity for me.
Great.
Yeah,
That's great. Fantastic.
Checking all the boxes, but making sure there's water for fires.
Here's a box to check.
Here's a
How
box.
about some clearing of the brush?
But I'm a lesbian, so we don't need no stinking water for the fires. You can't make it up. You can't.
You can't.
You cannot make
it
this
up.
crap up. It's unreal. Liberals, y'all. Liberals.
And this is horrible, and I don't understand how this has happened, but here was another story that I saw. There's apparently reports of mass fire coverage cancellations by insurance companies just weeks ago. And so apparently James Woods said that his entire neighborhood had their coverage mass canceled just recently. I don't know why, but that's not okay. You know what I mean? So now people have lost their entire homes and have no recourse.
Wow. I can't believe James Woods still freaking lives there. I'm actually shocked. Like, why hasn't that guy moved already? I'm shocked.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Mhm.
Now, Trump has been talking about forest management and mismanagement in California for so long that here are some tweets from 2019 where he directed these to Governor Newsom, saying the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has done a terrible job of forest management. I told him from the first day we met, he must clean his forest floors regardless of what his bosses, the environmentalists, demand of him. He must also do burns and cut fire stoppers every year. As the fires rage and California burns, it is the same thing. And then he comes to the federal government for financial help. No more. Get your act together, Governor. You don't see close to the level of burn in other states, but our teams are working well together in putting these massive and many fires out. Great firefighters. Also, open up the ridiculously closed water lanes coming down from the north. Don't pour it into the Pacific Ocean. Should be done immediately. California desperately needs water, and you can have it now.
This was 6 years ago.
For years. Yeah.
Literally 6 years ago. This guy's, it's unreal. And then people are like, Trump is bad. Trump is bad.
Oh my God.
He's providing a solution. Governor Newsom is wasting your money or pocketing it. And then they're like, oh yeah, he's the savior of California. Let's go ahead and just keep reelecting this scumbag and then let it burn. It's unreal.
And if you think about like all the other states and countries that have massive forest footprints that do not have this problem.
Yep.
At what point is it going to occur to Gavin Newsom that the problem is his management?
Well, he's going to keep blaming it on climate change, right?
Oh my God.
Because this is what these people do.